Hello everybody. So of course today we are here at the 2022 Chicago Auto Show. And all around me you see there's a lot of Toyotas, and most of these are hybrid models. Toyota of course has long been a leader in hybrid vehicles, and now, very exciting, they are getting into the full electric market as well. So right behind me you see the Toyota bZ4X. This is their brand new full electric crossover model. And what we're gonna do right now is go ahead and take a quick look at it. Now, of course, as an electric vehicle, the specifications like fuel range are gonna be extremely important. So let's go ahead and start there. So what Toyota is gonna be using is a 71.4 kilowatt hour battery pack with this new bZ4X. And they're estimating this is gonna provide about 250 miles of range when you choose the front wheel drive model. Of course, all wheel drive is also going to be available with this model. This is Toyota's first dedicated full electric platform designed from the very beginning to be a battery electric vehicle. And also you may have noticed that it does share a lot of the same similarities with the Subaru Solterra as well, since they're going to be basically essentially the same vehicle, but with distinctions between the two of them. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what we see up here in terms of styling. Obviously, this is quite a futuristic looking vehicle. You don't have any need for a traditional grille being a battery electric, so you just have the small slot across the top. But I think what's really interesting to look at with this is look at how the fenders are painted. When you go down through there, all of that is in this gloss black. This specific one is a limited trim level, so it's fully loaded. But I think that's a really unique look that makes it stand out, you know, and says this is a full electric vehicle without being too crazy weird. It's not outrageous looking, but it does have a really unique and futuristic look. All right, so now I climbed on up here to get, a lot closer to this vehicle, and I'm noticing some even more interesting design elements. Check out this hood. They painted the top part of this black. It's just another element, like I said, looks futuristic, and especially when you take a look at this angle. Obviously this is designed for aerodynamics, so it blends right up there, and this is kind of almost like the start of the windshield, which goes up to the black roof. Really makes for a unique and pretty cool look. Now, taking a look at our headlights, we always have to talk about the basic stuff as well. Full LED with a nice crystal design, so very upscale looking. Down here you also have these aerodynamic areas where the airflow can just pass straight through there. Once again, like I said, painted in this kind of gray finish, which I think looks very, very unique. And then we do have some really nice looking alloy wheels. These are 20-inch alloy wheels, and one of the things I'm liking about them is that they're not like super aerodynamic looking. Some electric vehicles have really weird designs, but these actually look pretty classic and look nice with the overall exterior. Now, as we walk around to the side profile of this new bZ4X, one of the things I noticed is this is a more traditional part of the design. I actually get a strong RAV4 XSE vibe looking at this, which is a good thing because that's a very handsome crossover. You kind of have a little bit of a boxiness to it. One of the things I love is the gloss black roof. That really looks nice with the gloss black pillars as well as the mirrors. And then you've got these strong body lines which run back and then kind of connect back here as we come around to the vehicle and go into the taillights. Again, the chunky trim around the wheels. And then you'll notice we have black trim accenting around these really cool LED taillights. So these, oops, I almost tripped there. These go around, a full wrap around here. We do have the bZ4X branding in the back. In case you're wondering what bZ stands for, that is Toyota's Beyond Zero initiative. And as you see, we do have a spoiler here, and we also have this really interesting like half spoiler up at the top with the vortex generators in between. Really cool design element. Let's take a look what's inside the cargo area since we're back here. All right, so as you can see, we do have quite a lot of space actually back here. I don't have an exact dimension. Of course, this is still a prototype vehicle. It's not been officially launched, but I'm seeing a roughly somewhere between the RAV4 and Venza amount of space. Really nicely finished. We've got the cargo cover. Of course, the seats are going to fold and expand out to a lot of space. And then we do have a little bit of storage area underneath of the cargo floor as well. All right, guys, so now I'm sitting inside of the bZ4X, and I have to say, really, really cool design. Makes a great first impression once I get inside the vehicle here. It just has a very futuristic vibe. This is certainly not like a RAV4 interior. This feels, you know, futuristic, like here is the new electric future. So as far as what we're looking at, you know, you've got a lot of sustainable materials is something that I'm noticing throughout, and unique design features. For instance, this entire dashboard, instead of being finished with a soft touch plastic or a leatherette, which is what you usually see in most vehicles, we have this really cool cloth. I find this very interesting. Like I said, it stands out from other vehicles. Of course, when we talk about the seats, these are going to be finished in a, you know, vegan leatherette. I do like the stitching details here. We have kind of like squares that run all throughout the middle there, and we do have the stitching details, and it kind of has that cool one-piece look as well. As far as like other materials, we have piano black, but we do have a kind of boxed texture inside of there, and it's probably a little hard to see on the camera, but it's not just a straight piano black. And let me say, there seems to be a lot of storage in here. So you can notice that right from the start. Big storage right in here with this pass-through, because we do have an electronic shifter on board, so you don't have to have that physical connection that goes all the way down to the ground. Since I'm talking about the shifter, that's what that looks like right there. It looks like you're going to twist that over to drive, twist the other way for reverse, and then you have a button for park, as well as your electronic parking brake and your brake hold right through there. Your push button starts really nicely integrated inside of this single unit, which kind of bleeds up here and encompasses in this large display, which I believe is 12.3 inches. Speaking of displays, we do have a gauge cluster. I know some electric vehicles have actually eliminated gauge clusters, but Toyota thankfully has kept one right up here in the front. It has this cool piece that like connects it and pushes it out a little bit further into your view, which I think is really nice because you can keep your eyes more focused on the road and also still see the gauges. Looking at the steering wheel, of course, this is going to be totally unique to the bZ4X. We've got this kind of chunky piece here that comes down and squared off like the exterior design. I think this is a really cool design touch. And of course, it's going to be manual tilt and telescoping. I'm sure upper end models are also going to offer steering wheel heating as well. Circling kind of back to storage, I do want to show off some of this. We do have this wireless phone charging pad underneath of that cover there. Toyota nicely includes this adjustable armrest, so you can slide that back. That's going to reveal your two cup holders, and then you can open it up, and of course you have plenty of storage in there for all your coupon needs. And up top we do have a really nice panoramic sunroof, which is actually a single piece of glass, but has this piece in between. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is per se, but I do notice that it has a fully power sunshade. But let's go ahead and take a look at the back. All right, and climbing into the back seat, you know, I've been talking a little bit about RAV4s, and I feel like this is a pretty equivalent amount of space to a RAV4. Obviously, we don't have any official numbers because it hasn't fully launched yet, but sitting back here, really nice amount of space. This is definitely more than enough for, you know, adult people or your kids, and I can wiggle my feet underneath the seats as well. We do have accommodations in the center, including 2 USB Type-Cs, and you have heated rear seats, at least on this limited prototype vehicle we're in today. Turning into the center, you've got your center armrest that comes down with your cup holders inside. And then we do have some LED lighting up here on the roof. So as far as the on-sale date, we're looking at about mid-2022, so we should actually start seeing some more information about this model coming soon. One of those pieces of information that we don't have today, but we should see soon, is the pricing. Hopefully we'll see that in the next month or so. But that's it for our quick look around this brand new full electric 2023 Toyota bZ4X. Thanks you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and follow us on our other social media platforms such as TikTok and Instagram. Take care.